Okay, cool. Let's proceed. So first of all, welcome to the Virtual Internship Program of this batch, March 2022 batch. And this is a 10th batch that is being run in India and open to public. Earlier, AINE AI used to run this program in some university in collaboration with some universities in some different countries. So I'm very much excited to spend some time with you here. In a month or two, we will learn a lot of things, and we will make sure that yes, your expectations are met, and we learn the topics, the skills that you intend to do. My name is Pranav Dubey. You can call me Pranav, and by profession, I am a BI specialist, and I do provide training in data science. I have a social startup, the Sparks Foundation, and at AINE AI, we are collaborating as a training partner or knowledge partner along with Microsoft as well as Exaltius in Singapore. Currently, I'm based in Singapore, and I handle the operations of the training part of AINE AI of this program from Singapore only. If you wish to connect with me, here I am available on LinkedIn. And any technical problem that you are facing, any doubt that you are facing related to the training, I will be the person who you can reach out to. Okay. Let's know a little bit about you before we proceed with about the program and about the schedule. Okay. We have very few people here, so I believe one by one we can go. Can you please tell me where you are currently located? You can use either chat or you can use annotation. Go to annotation in Zoom, go to options, annotate, and then you can mark something like, so suppose I am in Singapore, so I will mark like this. So can you please annotate it? I want this to be full. Okay, I believe Jatin marked it from India. Priyanka in chat mentioning India. Sunil, India, Delhi. Okay. Vishal also in India. Okay. Anushka, India, Mumbai. Rase from India. Gurgaon. Mayank from Gurgaon, India. Okay. India. Okay. Okay, I believe everybody has mentioned the location. Okay, great. I wanted to know because I just wanted to make sure that timeline that we are setting up for the training, everybody is comfortable with that. So sometime it used to happen that some of our interns are from New Zealand and then some are from US. So we used to set 7 p.m. usual training time, 7 p.m. IST. So it's comfortable for those who are in US as well as those who are in Australia or New Zealand. In this batch also, we have a couple of interns who are from in US. However, today for some reasons we had to set the orientation meeting at 5:30 IST, and probably that's why they are not able to join because it's too early for them. Okay, thanks for sharing. What about your academic background? So those who are from technical background, especially computer science, you can mark it, or just go ahead in chat, you can mention your highest degree, latest degree. Professions can be law, MBBS, humanities can be any social science related subjects. Okay, MA Economics, BTech in EEE, Electrical Engineering, PG in Data Science. Okay, so you may have some exposure to data science also. B in Electrical and Electronics, BTech IT. Okay, B in Computer Engineering, 2020, great. MBA Marketing and Advanced Analytics. Okay, so those who are from data science background, maybe you have some idea about Python, some of the BI tools. So something that you feel that this is very basic, or like if you want to add on a few additional topics that you want to learn, anytime you can let me know, and we will try to incorporate that content also for you. Okay, we have MSc in stats also, MBA, another MBA in marketing and advanced analytics. Okay, bachelor in mathematics. So some of you are master's degree holder or at least pursuing, and some of you are from bachelor's. Okay, okay, great, thanks. Your experience. So as what and for how many years? If you are fresher, you can just mention fresher. And if you have, suppose, any designation not mentioned here, your profile not mentioned, you can just mention in the chat. Okay, we have customer service, account manager 10 years, analyst 2 years, fresher, okay. Technical support engineer 12 years, full stack developer, project, okay, it was a project, 2 months. Assistant professor, okay, 1 year. Okay, now I got some interesting profiles, so I will talk a little bit about it. Jatin, you are an analyst. So what language or what tools you have been working on? Can you please briefly explain about your work?
So basically, I'm in the fintech company,
Okay.
and in better.com. I'm working as an analyst there in the processing field. So we are just using the Excel and the PowerPoint and those stuff, not any language or anything.
Okay. So in Excel, do you work on, like, in your day-to-day work, does it involve pivot tables, dashboards, these things?
Yes, pivot tables, dashboards, and filtering, sorting, all those stuff.
What about macro and VBA?
No, we are not using macros.
Okay, okay, got it. Mayank, you are working as a business analyst. Can you please briefly talk, like mention something about it?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Currently, I'm working as a business analyst, and currently, I'm using Power BI, Looker, SQL, and Excel.
Okay. Power BI, Looker, SQL. In SQL, which version you are using?
Microsoft,
Okay,
MySQL. Yeah,
MySQL. Okay, great. So, is your work also related to connecting with servers or just data manipulation using MySQL?
just data manipulation.
Okay, okay, got it. And what was the fourth tool that you mentioned?
Excel.
Okay, and in Excel, what is the level that you use? Which level of Excel?
Currently, we are using pivot tables, macros, and VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, like everything we are using in Excel.
Okay, okay, great.
Yep.
Thanks. Okay, we have a full stack developer also and technical support engineers, but I'm not going into that detail because that may not be related to data science and business analytics. And also, if you explain, maybe I will not be able to understand because I am not from a software engineering background. Priyanka, you are assistant professor. What are the programs that you teach? Any brief explanation on that? Priyanka, we cannot hear you. Okay, so you teach economics. Okay, okay, got it then. I believe it involves more of a stats. So economics as well as stats could be there. Okay, thanks. Nikhil, sales and marketing in healthcare. Okay, so are you also involved into the marketing data analytics or just from like you are into execution side?
Hi, I didn't get your point.
Yeah, in sales and marketing in healthcare, you are mentioning. So is it something that related to data analytics also? Are you do you work on like marketing data analytics or sales data analytics, or you work like kind of the execution of the sales and marketing programs?
No, I execute the strategy of my company.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Now, Priyanka, you want to learn data visualization? Okay, great. We will do that. So everybody, thanks for sharing. I will come on the projects. So basically, why I asked these things, because I wanted to understand your proficiency level on certain tools. So like we cover certain topics in Excel, in Power BI, in Tableau, even in SQL. So I wanted to understand that what proficiency level you have and what other concepts can help you out. Okay, BI tools. I believe that already we got one Power BI. I think it was Mayank mentioned about Looker and Power BI.
Yes.
Yeah. What about others? Any other tool that you may have used? Okay. So you see, a Tableau you have used. Okay. So Tableau and Power BI. So this Microsoft, this tool, Microsoft, is actually Microsoft Power BI. Okay. Microsoft Power BI is one of the most top most popular and preferred BI tool or business intelligence tool. Okay, this BI stands for business intelligence. So business intelligence tool or business analytics tool, you can also say. And then on second position, we have Tableau. In our training program, we are going to cover both. And for Power BI, the content has been developed by Power BI team of Microsoft only. So without any change, we as an authorized training partner and partner in their network, we conduct the training and we deliver the content. And we will also work on Tableau. Up to which level? Okay, so we will work on Power BI desktop, starting from scratch, about data connection, everything, data connection to on a local data, on an not on an offline data. Then coming on Power Query, all data preparation stuff, charts, creating visualizations. We will also see a Power BI service as well. So Power BI service is something that they use in enterprise, and they try to they share their reports. So creating reports, data visualization, all these things we will do on Power BI desktop. And we will also see how it's shared on Power BI service and how workspaces are created in Power BI service. So we will do that to that level. And these things are also used in companies. In Tableau, we will again cover everything from scratch to data visualization, creating dashboards and creating storyboards. In both of these, we will also work on connecting with live SQL server. So like we have maintained a data set on an SQL server, and we will try to connect. So not just online, not just offline data on our local system, but also data from SQL server. We will try to connect on these two tools and we will explore it. Okay. Okay, this programming language. So I believe many of you are maybe new to Python, but even if you have some academic exposure to Python, can you please mention which all languages you have exposure to? SQL, okay. Or you can mention in annotation also. Python, SQL, Python, MySQL, okay. MySQL and R, okay. core Java, SQL, and Python. Okay, great. Power BI, Tableau, and AINE. Okay. We have AINE here, right? No, AINE not here. Okay. I believe you are referring to the data visualization tools. Okay. SQL and Python. Okay. Okay, great. But those who have worked on Python or R or some other tool also, in BI tools also, we have predictive analytics. So can you please mention if you have exposure to the artificial intelligence in academic also? Have you worked on any project in academic as well as, or maybe at work, involving AI or machine learning or deep learning? Okay, Sunil, you are saying yes. So can you please mention about like which level?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me
it's a fainted voice, I think. It's coming very fainted.
now?
Better. Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
So actually, I have done PGP in data science and business analytics. So
Okay.
I have done many projects on machine learning and deep learning. So and neural network, artificial intelligence, algorithms like execution, random forest, linear regression. So I have the basic knowledge on how to evaluate the result of the models. So that up to that level, because I have the theoretical knowledge and academic knowledge. So in that way, I can use them.
Okay. Okay. So I believe like most of the exposure that you have got is from academics. Have you also ever deployed your code on a platform like on a live server or your local server? Model deployment?
No, yeah, I have the knowledge, basic knowledge about model deployment. I need to remember some codes during deployment of any model. So, but not. I did not deploy any model yet.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thanks. Thanks for sharing. So actually in our program, we will touch upon some machine learning concepts also. We will use a few algorithms for a project for an analysis. For deep learning also, we have a project specific to deep learning, and we will use CNN over there. And this project, we want our interns, because in many courses, they do teach about the coding. They do teach about using Jupyter Notebook and just writing the code or script, hyperparameters, but they do not teach about the deployment. So this is something that we have added in our program. Deep learning project is actually deployed on our local server, and for like from this month, we are also planning to add a few more projects in machine learning and deep learning, because the project that we have in the training, we use only 2 models inside it. So although we give training on few more models, but on the data set, we use 2 and compare among those 2. But for March and onwards, we are adding a few more models, a few more projects we are adding into that. So here you will also learn the deployment as well. Okay, those who are here, what is your expected career path or pathway? You want to go become a data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, or business analyst. Now, in case you do not know the difference between these or what skills are required, so let me just clarify it a little bit. And those who are from these domains, you can also add your inputs here. So business analysts are completely client side. So these are the people in a company who interact with clients, who or investors. So suppose there is a business problem, sales is going down. Now they are going to communicate the recommendations and they are going to communicate the findings and provide recommendations to the stakeholders, to managers, to decision makers, or to investors. These are business analysts. Here, you must know one BI tool. So Tableau, Power BI, or any business intelligence tool you should have knowledge of. That's a must. Since Excel is widely used, Excel is used by 750 million people around the world. Doesn't matter which company you are going into, Excel or Google spreadsheet will be there. Okay, so we cannot ignore Excel. So learn Excel and have basic knowledge of Python, because Python is also getting momentum these days. Okay, or basic knowledge. I'm not suggesting you to go into deep learning and machine learning in Python. But if you want to become a business analyst, you should have a strong knowledge of a business intelligence tool. And even more than all these, you should have business understanding. So those people who have spent support 2-3 hours in a company, then understand the business, you can target for business analyst. Suppose you are not from a technical background, then maybe you can target for a business analyst profile. Or you can go to a little more technical data analyst. In data analyst, there is a like we say a holy trinity. Holy trinity is one BI tool. Earlier it used to be Excel only, one BI tool, then SQL and Python. This is nowadays in job market, these three holy trinity we say for data analyst jobs. So if you want to become a data analyst, try to learn these, try to make sure that you learn these three: BI tool or Excel or both. Okay, so one BI, one or two BI tool, and SQL or and Python. These three you should focus on. The role of data analyst is to provide not working on data models, but more on data visualization, data creating insights from the data. So basically they help business analysts. Sometimes they also work as an intermediator between or mediator between data scientist and business analyst. So that also happens. So you should have some knowledge of machine learning models. Basic knowledge you should have, although in a company you may not be required to work on it. But you should understand SQL, you should understand a BI tool and a Python or R programming, at least one programming language, you should have knowledge of. Data scientists are those who work on predictive models. So machine learning models or deep learning models. So they develop the models. They do data cleaning and creating the models. This is more of a back-end job. Okay, this is front-end, client-facing or stakeholder-facing. Communication skills must be very good in business analyst role. In data analyst, these are back-end jobs. So maybe people want to know that who is a data scientist in your company. They will be working in back-end and they must know stats. Okay, stats should be strong. Programming knowledge also should be very strong. So we are covering Python, and Python is like the prominent programming language nowadays, most demanding. And all machine learning, deep learning concepts must be clear if you want to go into data scientist role. And although like many companies give preference to both people who are from technical or non-technical background, but still there are always discrimination in the society and in the job by recruiters also. Sometimes they would give preference to people who are from technical background for a data scientist role, those who already have some programming knowledge. And data engineers are those who coordinate with software engineers or web development engineers, web developers, app developers, and to make sure that data warehousing is maintained. They mostly deal with data warehousing, data acquisition, how the data appears, how can data be fetched to data scientists, how security can be maintained for the internal data. So all these things are done by data engineers. to become a data engineer, you should have some other programming language also, not just Python and R. If you have a strong expertise in Java or some other programming language which are used in web and app development, then you learn machine learning, Python, and then you can try to become data engineer also. But this is more technical. And in this program, we focus on data scientist, business analyst, and data analyst. Okay. Now you tell me what you want to, which role you are targeting. Business analyst or data analyst, okay. Data analyst, data scientist, data analyst, okay. Business, data scientist, data analyst, business analyst, okay. So we are getting mixed like preference, okay. And why I'm asking, because in the project, so we have multiple projects, or you can say training projects. So I won't suggest everybody to grab everything. Just be clear about your preference and then start learning accordingly. Okay, let's thank you everybody for sharing your preferences and also sharing details about you. Let's talk about VIP a little bit. You are targeting data analyst, but gaining good knowledge and experience. Yeah, you can do that. Lateral movement can be done in the companies. First, like go for less technical, and then target for a major technical, more technical stuffs. Okay, about VIP. So VIP Virtual Internship Program. It is a training-cum-internship. Why both? Why not just internship, or why not only training? Because although we focus more on the training aspect here, we also want to make sure that whatever learning you are going to have, especially those who are college students, it is counted as an internship also for you. And those who are performing well on the training projects are also assigned on a client project. So all training projects are supervised, but the client project is not supervised. It's kind of a new problem for us. Now you work on it, okay? So that's an unsupervised project that we release based on the performance in the training project. And also, we have experienced that some students, those who are some interns, those who are actually studying, they do not give enough time on the learning because of their college and searching for internship. So we want to make sure that they also dedicate some time on the learning, and their college can approve this program, can take this as a summer internship program. So we are also adding internship here. Now here you get trained on a specific skills through different modes. I will come on that. And get training certificates for those skills. So suppose you are learning Power BI and Tableau both. So you will get a certificate for Power BI and you will get a certificate for Tableau as well, separate certificates. You complete internship at the end of the internship period and get an internship completion certificate. So this will be one. You will get one internship completion certificate towards the end, and training certificates will be independent of that. Now into this, we have knowledge partners, the Sparks Foundation, the company that I represent. We have some contents prepared from Microsoft like Power BI, and also for TSQL, the login or the data set that we are going to use is maintained by Microsoft. We have some content from LinkedIn Learning also. So some self-study as well as live training. So self-study contents are taken from LinkedIn Learning, ExaltTS, Microsoft, and also some openly available sources as well. So in e-learning, we have a list of self-paced e-learning materials that we will provide. Now, I mentioned that these will be some open source platforms also be there, like YouTube. If you find that, okay, this video is good, very good, and we must share with our interns, we do that. Otherwise, some contents are by Microsoft, LinkedIn Learning, and TSF as well. These things are for self-learning. We expect our interns to go through the content before coming for a live training session, and also just keep learning. Whenever they get time, spend some time on e-learning sources. Then live training sessions. So we will have, I will say the schedule also. Live training sessions are conducted for each specialization, for each project where you need training. And we have trainers from different domains also. The basic training or most of the training that I am going to take about BI or basics Python. But for ML, DL, and stats, we will have some external trainer also, those who are also industry practitioners. We will also have job readiness session. This is something that we started 5 months ago only, because we also want to make sure, see, we do all like AINE AI also hire interns in its full-time position depending on the opening. But what if there is no opening? So in that case, we also help our interns to like we help them in their job hunt. So we get a lot of applications, we get a lot of resume, and we see many mistakes into that. And we don't want our interns to make those mistakes, especially those who are freshers. Like innocently, they make many mistakes. And those are the reasons, those mistakes are the reasons why they do not get selected even in the first round. So in job readiness sessions, we have recruiters, or like we have some experienced people from Naukri.com, timesjobs.com, who basically they share that from a candidate side, what should be the strategy to apply for a job, and from a recruitment side or recruiter side, how they filter the applications. So you get a view of the both sides of the coin or both sides of the wall, that okay, how we should apply and how recruiters filter out the applications. So there we will help you. And also if you need some resume creation, like some resume optimization, we will help you over there also. We also have doubt clinic session. So usually we try to like if it's a common query, we encourage you to mention in WhatsApp group so that it can be answered by us or by other interns who are already there from previous batches. However, if the query needs some screen sharing or some technical help, then we will have doubt clinic sessions also. Or maybe on the training session only, we can have first doubt clinic session for 10-15 minutes, depending on how many queries you have. And then we will proceed with our live training. Now coming on the projects. So these are some projects. So basically we have 10 major projects here, the training projects that we have here. Data analytics and visualization. There are 3 tools that we will cover. We will cover Microsoft Excel, Power BI, and Tableau. In Excel, we cover starting from data, getting data to data preparation. A lot of functions we will explore. VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, data visualization, creating charts, pivot tables, slicers, dashboards. These things we will cover. We will also explore macro and not VBA. VBA will become very advanced in another language, but we will cover macro and Power Query in Excel. In Power BI, the content is developed by Microsoft Power BI team, and it is a self-paced learning, but we will make to give you a basic introduction how to proceed about it, how to follow the steps, how to go about the documents or the steps that are there in the lab reports provided by Microsoft. So in Power BI also, like I mentioned earlier, we go with from the scratch, from data connection to data visualization, dashboard, and also a bit of Power BI service we will explore. Similar in Tableau, starting from beginning to end. Here we will use Tableau Public or Tableau Professional, depending on if you can get the license. Those who are students, we will also guide you how to get a 1-year free license of Tableau Tableau Professional. Those who cannot get that license, no worries. You can use Tableau Public also. Most of the features are similar, and our training will be on the common features only. In data reporting and analysis with TSQL, so TSQL is used by, like it's a version by Microsoft. It stands for Transact SQL. So Microsoft uses 2 SQL versions, MySQL and TSQL. TSQL is also used by some other companies as well. So we will focus on TSQL, but the syntax or the queries are not much different. So those who have worked on SQL, I believe that you would agree that 90% of the things are same. 90% of the queries, the syntax in all SQL versions are same. So we will explore that. We will work on this. There will be a lot of questions that you are going to answer into this learning. Then we have essentials of Python programming. This is for basic. Those who are very new to Python, you will learn Python programming at basic level. Data manipulation and visualization using Pandas. So libraries we will explore here. Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, these things we will explore. Visualization as well as data manipulation, how to do data cleaning, data slicing in data frames. These things we will learn. In stats and hypothesis testing, we are going to work on a business case. We will work on a business case on hypothesis testing to take business decision. In machine learning, predictive analytics, so this, you see there is only one project, but the training will be into 2 parts. One training will focus on overall giving an introduction about what is machine learning, its algorithm, different types of algorithm, when to use which one. And then we will focus on project in one, on this project where you will take a data set into this training. We will use a couple of ML techniques we will use here to take business decisions. Then we have deep learning, image classification we will do, and using CNN, a neural network, we will perform image classification. These are the 9 projects that that has been since the beginning of the program. We change data sets periodically, and also depending on the inputs from our intern. So suppose you want to work on some other data set, we can include that also. And we will give you flexibility to work on your own data set, suppose something related to your work. This R programming, because of demand from a few interns, we have added it here. This is self-paced. So here we have a couple of self-paced learning or trainings. Suppose Power BI. So proper step-by-step documentation is there. We will help you in the doubt clinic if you need. However, this is for 6 hours. It will take 6 hours if you follow the document. If you go with the training, it will take about 8 to 10 hours, because in the training, we will have to explain whatever is written there. Tomorrow we will meet for Power BI. I will explain how to proceed and how to work on it. This data manipulation and visualization is also a self-paced program. However, we will go through the training for this one also. So on one data set, we will do training, and one data set, we will do self-paced learning. Data analytics using R. This is completely self-paced. Like I mentioned that Python is most popular, and our focus here, you see, for these projects are Python only. So language that we are using is Python. R is not a primary focus unless like we get more interns asking that like they want to learn R programming. Then we will go about it. So for now, we have created a document, a notebook, which can guide you on a step-by-step of the basics of R programming, data analytics using R language. So that will be 10th project. And then if you are performing well in one visualization tool, Tableau or Power BI, stats and ML project, then we will share your work with our client, and one client project you will be assigned on. So usually this is provided to those who are able to complete these, at least these 3 projects into first month and are planning to extend. This is unsupervised. So we are not going to guide you that you should do this. You see, in real life, those who are working, I believe you will agree with my point that when we get a data set or when we get a problem, that suppose our manager coming to say, and manager say that sales is going down, find the problem, provide recommendations. Now it will be our job to decide from where to take the data, which algorithm to use, how to clean the data, like what to do with the data. It's our job. It's completely unsupervised. So we want to give you a flavor of that unsupervised learning. I would not suggest everybody to target this one. Okay, first focus on learning. Those who are beginner, focus on learning. This kind of project you will find numerous, and I can share some resources with you also. So do not just try to focus on completing the project for the sake of completion and going for this project, but focus on learning. Suppose you want to learn Power BI, learn completely. Okay, Tableau, learn completely. Learn to an extent that you are confident in into these tools. And in interview, you can answer anything about it. If you want, if you are applying for a job into any specific domain and you want us to conduct a mock interview for you, you let us know. We will meet and we will do a mock interview also for your practice. Okay. And our interns also share their case studies from their experience, from their interviews. So we will share that also with you, so that you can also get a feel that when you apply to a company, what kind of problem you might get as case studies in the job interviews. Okay. Any question here? Anybody?
Hey Pranav, I have one doubt. Like, I don't know much about the tools and the the SQL. So, will this course help me to get from the basic to advanced level for the some tools like Power BI, Excel, and SQL?
Okay, got it. You see, most of you are beginners. So definitely we are going to cover on the basics. Like I mentioned that we will start from a scratch. So here, we are not just jumping on machine learning using Python. We are also focusing on the basics and then going on intermediate level and then going on some advanced projects. So similarly in Power BI also, Power BI is actually designed in a way that people, those who have never touched Power BI, like never used Power BI before, they can also learn. So on all these projects, we will start from scratch. And those who are advanced learners, suppose some of you have already worked on SQL. So if you want to skip this project, you can do that. It's entirely up to you. Which projects, which topics or which skills you want to learn, you want to get trained on, focus only on those projects. No need to grab everything, no need to learn everything. Suppose you want to go into business analytics, then focus on one BI tool, focus on basics of Python. Okay.
So this course will help us to get on the advanced level as well.
This will help you on advanced level, like in Power BI service we are introducing. In Tableau, dashboard and storytelling also we are introducing, not just creating charts. In TSQL, we have some business use case, business problems, and that you are going to solve. And also like here, machine learning and image classification also. These are advanced topics or business cases. And if you are doing well here, those who are already in intermediate level or doing well into these projects, they can go for this unsupervised project where to challenge their skills.
Okay, I have one more doubt. Like, is 1 month enough for us to go from the basics to advanced?
1 month. Okay, so in 1 month, 1 month it's true that we cannot cover everything. In machine learning itself, in Python, there are 137,000, means 137,000 different functions. We cannot learn all. And even those who are experienced, they also do not try to memorize all. So we do Google search. Everybody does Google search. In 1 month, we are not trying to teach everything. We are trying to give you a hang of everything. Okay, all tools. Hang of means we are covering basics, intermediate, some advanced topics here. Similarly in Tableau, similarly in SQL, but for example, server connection. Now, if time permits, if you want to learn something additional in TSQL, we do not cover here creating your local servers or creating your local login on SQL Server. But if someone who wants to learn these advanced topics, we can meet separately in a dark training session and we can explore these options. So we are not including all advanced topics for everybody because it may be overwhelming and people will get very much scared. So we want to give them some like lighter topics as well as some intermediate topics where they can build up their basics. So this is for basics as well as for advanced level. 1 month will not be enough for sure because we spend 6 months, 1 year to become a data scientist. So I will definitely not promise you that you can become a data scientist in a month. But not just for training, we also have some resources to help you learn these skills. So we would expect you to give some more time. Those who are free, give more time on the learning, go through our resources, meet us whenever we have time, and we can discuss on some advanced topics which is not covered into this program.
Actually, my doubt is like for the profile of data analyst, the interviewer mostly asks the complex queries in SQL.
Yes.
So are you going to help us with creating complex queries in SQL as well?
Yes. So our TSQL, there are 9 questions, and all those 9 questions, including sub questions, there are about 30 or 40 different questions in TSQL, and those things you are going to answer in the training with SQL commands or SQL queries. So this will cover some advanced concepts also. And like I mentioned that we will also share with you some case studies. So actually we have 2 case studies from interviews from tech companies. And you will also get a hang of that what type of tasks they give in the selection process. So we will do that as well, don't worry.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, there is a question, how long will this training and internship program take? Okay, so let's discuss on the schedule. So this is how the live training and the other things look like. So we expect you to give some time on self-study also, definitely, because suppose in 2 hour or 3 or 4 hour training, we are teaching you something. We want you to do practice, okay? And you see, whatever we are covering, if you learn those things completely, then there will be like out of 100%, 80% chance will be there for you to get selected. But why I'm saying not 100%? Because no can guarantee 100%. You have to do some self-study about company-related data. So suppose I teach you about Excel on our finance data, or suppose on sales data, but you are getting operations data in your selection process. So we cannot cover all the data sets, but skills, how to create a pie chart will be same. Doesn't matter if you are working on finance data or operations data or some sales data, correct? So we will focus on the skills and we will make sure that you are confident enough to go for those interviews through this training. But since it's a 1 month program, so we have some 3 months and 6 months program also, where we go into more detail, where we focus where we teach about 15 different algorithms of machine learning and deep learning. So we cannot combine everything here. Here we want to give everybody a hang of most of the basics, a little bit of intermediate, and a little bit of advanced topics as well of all the tools that we are covering. So our session schedule will be like this. So this is us today. Tomorrow we will do project briefing. So we will share with you tomorrow morning. You will get the project list. You will get invitation to join WhatsApp group, and also you will get this schedule as well. Okay. Tomorrow we will meet to do project briefing, that how to proceed on the projects. So basically we will talk about the schedule, and tomorrow we will also do for 1 hour introduction to Power BI. So I will guide you that how to work on Power BI project. We will start together, but like I mentioned that it's a 6-hour program. So I don't want to hold you for 6 hours in the training session, because sometimes like many of you are working, some of you are from college. So because of this time class, we do not, in one stretch, we do not conduct a long training session, especially on weekdays. Okay. So on 1 hour, in 1 hour, we will discuss about the introduction of Power BI, how to proceed about the project. We will open the tool, we will start, and then I will suggest you that how to follow the labs or the reports. And this again, this takes 6 hours. So I'm not expecting you to complete this on 2nd March only. Okay. We have doubt cleaning session. So these days, like 4th, 5th, and 6th, we are not having a session. Okay. Only doubt cleaning sessions we will have if you have any doubt. So in these days, you can work on, you can like distribute your time and work on. I would suggest you give at least 1 hour or 90 minutes every day on this program, on this learning. Okay, if you really want to learn these tools. Then on 3rd, we will meet for essentials of Python. This will be a 2-hour training, and we will cover the essentials. Now, we also have doubt cleaning sessions and project progress check. These things also we will do. Initially, we are doing progress check because just to make sure that in the beginning, you are not overloaded. Okay, not overloaded with the work, not overloaded with the concepts. And that's why we have like a big gap about these 3 days. So in these 3 days, you should be able to complete project 2, which is Power BI, and project 5, which is Python. So we are starting with one easy project, self-paced training, Power BI, and one basic concept, basic project, which is Power BI Essentials, so that you will also get some confidence here. And trust me, these 2 projects are very much interesting. Power BI, I strongly encourage everybody to go ahead with if you have not worked on Power BI before. Okay, because content is good by Microsoft, and if you follow the steps, you will learn a lot of things here. And this Power BI project will make actually the basis for Tableau as well as for Excel. Okay. So this is on 2nd day we are meeting. Tomorrow we are going to meet, and today we are not sharing the project because we also have kept the option open for people, like in case you don't want to continue. So today you can let us know, because tomorrow when the materials are shared, because for like SQL, we share our like maintains corporate login. So, and also the resources to maintain the copyright. We do not want it to be to go public, and that's why on 1st day we keep it open for people, and those who want to back out. 1st day you let us know. From 2nd day you can't. From 2nd day we will actually start the training and we will share the projects. Similarly, on 4th, 5th, 6th we will have the clinic if needed. On 7th, we will have project 6, data visualization using pandas, matplotlib. These things we will do. DAO clinic or self-study. Now, here, no time has been mentioned because there will be, for DAO clinic sessions, there will be no time. If there is no question, then we are not meeting. However, if some of you want to suppose make a group, not like unofficial, in WhatsApp group only, you can discuss. If you want to come on Zoom and discuss among yourselves, help one another, then let us know. We will start the Zoom meeting, and in this hour, you can discuss that among yourselves also. Okay, so we don't want to just make it isolated training. We want you to interact, and we want you to learn from the experience of one another. Okay. Then we will have Tableau training. It takes about 2.5 hours to go for the training. Then on DAO clinic, we will ask you to complete the project and meet us in the DAO clinic sessions if you have any doubts. There is a question that will the training sessions be recorded and can be accessed later, because I have meetings at night. Okay. Yes, so this will be, all the training sessions are recorded. Doubt training sessions may not be recorded unless it is your doubt, okay, and you are not present. All the training sessions will be recorded. Even this orientation session is being recorded, and it will be shared with you within 10 hours after the meeting ends. On 12th and 13th, on weekend, actually, we will have training session on advanced projects, stats, and machine learning. For this, we may have external trainer. And similarly, you see the pattern here. Towards the end, last Sunday of the month is usually the deadline. The last Sunday is 27th in this month, and this will be the deadline to submit the project. Now, how to submit the project, these things we will discuss later, don't worry. This is these are the projects. This is the schedule, tentative schedule. On weekend, we will ask you when you are available. We may increase the hours also depending on your skills level. Okay. To be decided, these times will be the timing will be decided based on your preference, based on the availability of the external trainer also. Questions, please. Any question here? Okay. Okay, great. So let's move ahead. What to expect next? Session for SQL. Okay, did we miss it? Thanks for highlighting this up. So we have some gaps here. Project 9 we are doing on 20th. Then we have job readiness. This is not a training. Okay, so we will have a TSQL maybe here. Okay, thanks for highlighting this out. For March, actually, I created this today, so must have missed TSQL. We'll get it at project number 3, not mentioned. Yeah. Okay, so that will be corrected, and tomorrow you will have this schedule. Invitation to join WhatsApp group and project list document also you will get. Doubt clinic for project discussion. Basically, this is project briefing, our first session we are going to have. And also we are going to talk about Power BI tomorrow. Doubt clinics, you can ignore this one because that will be as per the schedule. We will have doubt clinics subject to number of queries. If it's getting resolved in WhatsApp, then no need to meet on Zoom. Job readiness session and resume review sessions will also be that will also be done. Usually in 3rd week we do that. And yes, all sessions will be recorded and shared with you. There's a question: is there any placement cell which would help in getting jobs? Okay, this is not like we do not have a dedicated placement cell because this is not a university or college. But like I mentioned, that we will help you here in job readiness, in resume review, and also in helping we will provide you the the questions that are asked in companies. So we will do some mock interviews also, and some case studies. So, yesterday I applied for a company in Singapore. I do not need the job, but I applied that so that I could get their case study, and I have got one. So I know this is a company into travel industry in hospitality, Agoda. It's quite famous in Southeast Asia. So we do these things. We try to get case studies from like we also apply and get the case studies, or also we also get case studies from our previous interns. So we'll share that also with you. We do not have tie-up with companies that hire from us, but we do encourage our like we have tie-up with some recruitment consultancies who post their jobs, active jobs from different companies, and then that we will share with you, or we will connect you with that placement consultancy also. Okay. Okay. Any other question? Any doubt? Because this is the end. So you let me know if you have any further question. You can let me know. Okay. If not, then great. Hope your queries are clarified, and we will do our best that you meet your that we provide with the quality that you are expecting. And in case we are lacking somewhere, suppose you look at the project and know this one is basic, and then what you want to learn, you tell us. You just let us know what you want to learn, and we will see the scope of where we can combine that, where we can add that. Okay. It is possible to transition in data analyst role with 1 month training program. Okay, that's a question. I would say yes and no also. You see, actually, yes. You see, you have to be very specific about the company that you are targeting and the skills that they are asking for. Do you have a company preference? Like any industry preference? You filter out. We should not blindly do job search. Okay, everybody, this is important. Blindly, we should not do job search. Whenever you are doing a job search, maintain an Excel sheet. Company name, job post date, job posting, like application deadline, what skills they are asking for, your resume, your cover letter. For each company, create a different resume and a different cover letter. Do not ever apply to a job without a cover letter. Okay. Now those are additional things, but what about skills? Skills will come secondary actually. In job application, in a selection process, skills come secondary. Your first priority is that how you are applying, getting picked for the interview. Once you get picked for the interview, then you are going to show them your technical skills. Correct? So these things are also important, that what should be the strategy of your job search, how you should strategize the job hunt. Now coming on your question, Sunil, it is possible to become to transition into data analyst role in 1 month program, but again you have to be very specific that what you want to learn. You focus on only SQL and Excel, and you give in 1 month how many hours you can give. Can you give about 50 hours? Can you give about 30 hours on both? If you can do that, you will have a better understanding when you apply for a data analyst job. And actually, you see, like suppose take a course on LinkedIn Learning or Coursera. How many hours they give? They expect you to learn. It's around 30 to 40 hours only. So if you spend about 30 to 40 hours here also, you will have understanding. You can do transition from your current role to data analyst role. But yes, you have to be specific about what you want to learn and for which company, what level of expertise they are expecting. And then we have to be realistic. In many companies, you can learn in a month and you can apply, you can get selected. But yes, there will be companies which are looking for very advanced hands-on, or those who are looking for background academic experience or professional experience in that domain only. But if you are not into that domain, then there may be some challenge also. Okay. Learning strategy should be there, and then it's possible. Is the course material downloadable? Okay, so yes, downloadable, or it will be accessible to you. So for example, we have some videos, like YouTube videos, which are unlisted and developed by Microsoft team. For example, in stats, or in stats, we have many videos which are by Microsoft team or their training partners. So it is not publicly available on YouTube. If you search with the video name, you won't be able to find, but we will share with you the link and you can watch it. So you will have the access to that. And also the work that you are going to do, the data that you are going to access, so it will be available at least for the project time. And then you can also put it on your GitHub. Your GitHub profile is also important if you want to go into data analyst or data science profiles. So we encourage our interns to maintain a GitHub profile also. So you can do that. It's downloadable. Nothing to worry. Okay, any further question, anybody? Okay, if no question, then see you tomorrow. And projects will be shared with you. Just go through it before joining the session. You can just read, just have a quick look that what are the projects and what is expected from you. No need to open any file, no need to open anything over there, okay? But yes, you may want to download and install Tableau Power BI desktop. Okay, ignore that. We will do everything in the session, okay? Let's meet at 7 p.m. IST tomorrow. That means for me it will be 9:30 p.m. or for you 7 p.m. So let's meet it let's meet that time, and then we will do everything about Power BI. Sounds okay?
Thank you, Pranav.
Okay, thank you everybody. Thanks for joining. Have a nice rest of the day and stay safe. Bye-bye.